Am I the asshole for not being more supportive while my father-in-law is dying? My father-in-law was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer last September. We knew he had less than a year. Since then, my husband has FaceTimed him every night, while I've been handling our toddler on my own. Most weekends, we've traveled 2 hours across the border to visit his family in Canada, so we haven't had any time alone in over 6 months. I felt like a single parent. When we're there, my husband, his mom, and his sisters focus entirely on caring for his father, who requires more attention than our toddler, leaving me to manage our child alone again. Before the diagnosis, we were planning on trying for baby number 2. Once his dad got sick, I said I wanted to wait until after he passed. I knew it would be hard being pregnant, chasing a toddler, while also dealing with my husband's grief and the family's loss. I told him he'd be torn between 2 families, ours and his, and I'd need him with us during pregnancy. He insisted it would be fine, so I gave in and got pregnant in January. Now, his father has chosen to end his life this Monday. My husband is struggling to cope and is already grieving a loss that hasn't occurred yet. He doesn't deal with loss very well. Yesterday and today, he asked me to leave work early to go pick up our daughter so he could go home and grieve. I know this weekend and next week I'll likely be handling everything myself while he processes his loss, and I'm not trying to take that away from him. But here's where I might be the AH. I got upset with him for grieving early, especially since he promised months ago that I wouldn't be left alone to deal with everything if we got pregnant. Now he's accusing me of not being supportive or sympathetic. So, am I the asshole for being frustrated? I understand the criticism. A big part of my stress is tied to work. Since his diagnosis, I've been demoted and warned about absences. I'm scared of losing my job while pregnant, and it's made me resentful, which I admit isn't fair. I've also been struggling with my pregnancy, and we've argued over small things, like me feeling sick and not watching our daughter closely enough while he was on a FaceTime call. These moments have just added to my anxiety. I didn't mention my sympathy for my husband or his family in the original post because I didn't think it was relevant to the question, but I realize now the tone may have made me seem cold.